Welcome, friends and fellow adventurers. I'm Alex Reid, DM and your guide into the Lands of Manassas. Last episode, the party reunited before returning to Ringed Flame to discuss an issue that has arisen in the town of Avorgos. The party then returned to Finley's to grab a bite to eat while waiting to meet Quincy Haddock and discuss the results of their excursion into the sewers of Savorsa. Now, let's get into the cast introductions.
Hi, this is Alex Groves. I play Agard, the Firbolg Druid. Seeing that Firbolg can live to 500 years, Agard is considered very young at only 32.
Agard's only 32? Mm-hmm. Golly. Hi, I'm Reggie Morris. I'll be playing Braca Ultim, and a little fun fact about Braca is that he's asexual.
Hi, I'm Jessica Reid. I play Kadie, a dragonborn fighter. A little fact is she loves flowers. Her favorite type of flower is the red poppy because they grew wild near the Tavara monastery where she was raised. That's a little fact about her.
Hi, I'm Connor. I play Ebron, the Leonin Ranger. And another fun fact about him is the black mane color that he has is actually a rarity among the prides.
Hey everyone, this is Alex Reid, the DM and your guide for Cocked, a Real Play D&D podcast. For today's fun fact, I've decided to give a little bit of background on a recent NPC the party has met. Finley, the proprietor of Finley's Fresh Catch, actually never wanted to be part of the family business and running the inn. We now catch up with the party as they have entered Finley's Fresh Catch after pranking Finley out front with Agard wild shaping into a giant octopus.
Finley, would you join us for a drink?
Sure. I could do that.
2 ales.
Oh, did you tell your brother what we did to you outside?
No, not yet.
Oh, okay.
I would like to partake of an ale
two ales?
and water, please.
Just water.
Just water? What about you, Kadie?
Water.
Water? Okay. So 3 waters and 2 ales? Well, 3 ales and 3 waters, actually. It's like, of course. And he goes over and you see him getting everything ready, and he has a little tray, and Falder comes and sets the tray down of the fish and kind of puts them out to you guys. And he doesn't really say any words. He still looks kind of solemn. And then he looks over to Agard and he says, "My brother says I should thank you for the spices. They are pretty good. So thank you." And then he kind of...
You and your brother have been quite kind to us, and I just want to let you know that I appreciate it. So thank you.
He kind of nods, and you see he's kind of getting a little bit happier with the conversation, but he's still kind of like questioning, like, is it my cooking? Like, what?
I'm gonna look at Falder and say, I think your food's quite good. I mean, I ate all of it. I've eaten all of it, I mean.
He kind of starts to crack a grin a little. He says, "Thank you." And he kind of turns and he walks back to the kitchen, and he passes as Finley's walking out, and he has a tray of all the drinks, and he starts passing. He's like, "So, I'll have to tell Falder about what you did to me outside, but that was a good one. I'll give you that. But man, again, whew, maybe not an octopus next time. That was creepy." And he starts passing out the drinks that he kind of holds up as ale, and he says, "To new friends and unexpected adventures." He kind of holds his mug out, and he takes a sip, and he's like, "So, can you guys give me a little more details as far as what happened in the sewers?" And you see he kind of gets like excited, like he's always... Roll an insight check. You guys can all roll an insight check.
16.
20.
Jesus.
9.
Doesn't matter, digital or physical dice right now.
15.
So, 15 or higher, you feel like... Well, I'll put it this way. It's pretty easy to see that he has always wanted to be an adventurer and be involved. But 15 or higher, you can kind of feel a little... It's not resentment, but it's like disappointment that he has had to take over the family business and watch after like his brother and make sure that everything's safe here. because that kept him from being able to go out, but he kind of lives vicariously through the stories of adventurers as they come in and tell him. So he's super excited about this and like sitting down. And Kadie, you can even see the expression. He is very excited to hear this story from the sewers.
Finley, I have a question.
Yes.
Is there no one else to watch over the family business? That way you could perhaps come with us?
No, not really. Just Falder, and he gets really stressed out on his own. We're just a better team. So it's just something that we've always done, and after the rest of our family passed away, it's just been he and I as much as I want to, I couldn't imagine my life without my brother. So unless we closed up shop and went together, I really couldn't do it.
Well, if you ever decide to go to Sentinel Island, tell them that you were there at my invitation.
Oh, okay.
And they will welcome you with open arms.
Okay, thank you. The sewers.
I didn't get the insight that he's like excited about it, right? Because I had a 9.
You can see that he's physically excited. You just didn't really pull that he wanted to be an adventurer and what's been keeping him here. I would say you could probably piece it together with what Abrone just had a conversation with him about.
Are there many people around us?
He gave you guys a booth when he pointed it out, and it's kind of tucked away from everybody else. So you do have a little bit of privacy. Like if you want to speak in a hushed tone, a little bit quieter, they wouldn't be able to hear you. They do have a stage in that they do have like acts and things going on, but it's just further away from the entrance and that stuff. Yeah. And it's further away from the stage. So most of the attention is directed towards like the guy that's juggling on stage right now.
Yeah.
Versus you as the group that just walked in.
So with that being said, I want to try to go into like a hushed tone storytelling mode, but go into just the details of like how it started. We came into town and, we went to the sewer and went underground, and I did this big like frost breath across the sewer that didn't hit anything. And
as you talk about the frost breath, you see his eyes light up and he's like, wow.
Yeah.
And it bit you?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Oh.
Agard is solid. He didn't get hurt hardly at all.
So, did you find the lair? And he's saying it in a very hushed tone. He's kind of matching your hushed tone, but like you can tell he's very excited about it.
Finley, you must not repeat any of this.
No. You're friends. I won't repeat any of this.
Thank you.
We found the issue and where they were collecting themselves. And
what was the issue?
It was a mad scientist.
No.
It was crazy. Oh
my gosh.
I know. And you know what? We took care of the problem. They're no longer going to be an issue anywhere. We made sure of that as the heroes of Port Savorsa.
You guys are so brave.
Braga's not paying attention to this conversation right now.
Yeah.
You guys are so brave.
Abrone is just kind of sitting back, just listening, and
I made up like some things here and there.
When
like,
Agard heard
over-exaggerated.
Heroes of Port Savorsa,
You embellished a little.
Yeah.
But one thing that he did do is he just pulled one of the arrows that still has a little bit of blood.
Something that I was leaving out. It broke. No, you do it anyways. I'm just giving you a look like, all right, I wasn't going there.
And he just passes it to Finley underneath the table so way no one else can see it. And he's like, that's how good a hunt it was.
So this was from one of the were-rats.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And he kind of passes it back to you.
And Abrone just puts a hand up and says, keep it.
He kind of looks around and you see him, he like opens his vest a little and like it He's 3 feet
I was
tall.
gonna say.
So
It's
it
all
like
you.
the arrow is like inside, but like the what's that called? The knock.
Yeah.
Yeah, the feathers and the knock are sticking up, so you can see the feathers and the knock like next to his face. But he's like, I won't tell anyone.
Just tell a crazy story if anybody asks about that arrow.
When Agard hears Heroes of Port Zavorsa, he kind of his head goes down just a little bit, just not disapprovingly, just like it's not extremely comfortable,
Yeah.
and slides out of the booth and just helps himself to another ale. At this point, he knows where they get it from, so he just goes and
Right. So, you guys see as you guys finish the story, and Finley's like, "Okay, let me know when you guys are ready, and I'll take you to Quincy. But give me one moment, real quick." And you see him, and he takes off, and he goes behind the kitchen. You see him drag over a bar stool. He whistles at you. No. He grabs a bar stool, drags it over, stands up on top of it, and you see that he is right behind the bar. And he gets some nails, and he kind of sticks it in. And he sticks the nail on the other side, and then he pulls the arrow out and just sets it in between the two nails so that it's kind of on display behind the bar. And he sets it up there, and then he gets down and moves the bar stool. Nobody really notices him do it, but you guys do see that he does kind of display the arrow you gave him up above the bar in Finley's fresh catch.
I'm going to look at Kadie and just very quietly tell her sometimes something as small as something that he can remember our story by to create his own adventures, that's worth a lot. And just for the record, it wasn't blood-stained. It's actually his quiver is kind of reddish leather, so the oil that he uses has kind of bled onto it. So it's not actually blood-soaked. It's the oil off of his quiver.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Kadie wouldn't really respond. She would just look at you like, okay. And like in an okay manner. Like her head's kind of nodding a little bit, and then she just kind of watches Finley again.
So Finley goes, he puts that up there. You see him kind of run some more drinks to a few more tables, and he goes back behind the bar, and he's showing Falder the spices, and you can overhear him talking. And these are from the Manacroft forest, so they're special spices. Like, they're not what we get around here. They're not the normal salt and pepper. You have to use it sparingly because we don't have a lot. But when we do, it makes food so much more flavorful and exotic. And so they're having conversations like that behind the bar.
Are we ready to go to see Quincy?
Yeah, I was gonna say, did Ebrone and Braca get food and all that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he brought the
Yeah.
food when he brought the drinks and
Oh,
was
okay.
listening to the story and everything.
And
Okay, yeah.
I'm going to take a little bit of the leftover fish to go because judging by how badly Quincy wants us out of town, it's probably better that we get moving
Okay.
before I end up in chains again.
So you're able to wrap up some of the extra food in cloth and stuff like that, and you're able to put it either in your bag or in the bag of holding.
Braca, for the record, essentially eats his fish just like a lizard. Just
Oh, it's gone in like one bite.
Open the gullet.
yeah,
Like-
he's like doing it, like putting his head up and everything.
Oh, look, I saw a video a couple weeks ago of a Komodo dragon
Yeah, that's
eating a goat.
Oh my gosh.
That's essentially how he's eating it.
Just-
Like
I'm
He's-
sorry.
yeah, he's
Don't
just-
repeat that.
You guys get your leftovers wrapped up. You finish eating. You guys, are you letting Finley know you're ready?
Yes.
Finley's like, oh, of course. I know I overheard the deal, but like I said, if you guys ever need anything, please, you can find a way to get a message to us or let us know. We'll take care of you.
well, we don't know if we're going to be like exiled from the city or anything. I just think he wants us gone for now, but I could be wrong.
Okay. I can lead you guys there.
Yes, please.
Before you go, thank you. again for helping this city.
It was our pleasure.
And he kind of nods and he looks to Agar and he says, would you like to get the door so that we can all go out through the same door? That way I don't have to open the small one and close it.
Of course.
Thank you. He just kind of follows along.
Then Agar slams the door in his face and makes him use the small one.
But I left the small door open, so he sees the big door coming, but he's okay.
It's like that. What is it?
Thank you.
Wipeout.
No, I've already
Or what
scared
is
him
that?
enough.
What is that show? Wipeout or something? Whenever the holes are coming out, people and they have to make their body into the shape to jump through it.
I know what you're talking
You know what?
about.
Yeah.
It's not Wipeout.
Hole
but
in, hole
in the wall.
Yeah, hole in the wall or something like that.
Finley escorts you to Quincy. He escorts you to the Savorson Port Authority, to the SPA. And as you get there, there are guards waiting, and Finley kind of looks, and you see that there is the guard that he communicated with that was there. And he kind of nods to him, and he turns and walks in and announces to Quincy that you guys are there. Quincy exits the SPA. As he comes out, you see a human with him that's about 5'10". He is dressed in very nice clothes. They come out, and Quincy looks around and just says, "This is the group that I was telling you about that went into the sewers." And he looks across and says, "Well, our city thanks you for your services.
Is it the mayor?
Welcome to Port Savorsa. My name is Remelvath, the mayor of Port Savorsa."
Get him! No.
So,
You said, what's his name?
Venus Remelvath.
We got your book, bitch.
Vinis Remelvath. So Venus Remelvath.
Venice Remelvath.
Remel. Remelvath. Remelvath.
Remelvath.
Remel, yes.
Bath or Bath?
Remelvath. Vath.
Oh my gosh.
Right?
Mayor.
Mayor Remy. So the mayor thanks you. He says, "It has come to my attention that you may have gotten in a touch of trouble here with Quincy. He's a little quick to his temper.
Abram just kind of snuffs.
I appreciate what you've done. I do. What exactly did you find in the sewers?"
Nothing.
Just were rats. We took care of them. That's about it.
So there were some humanoid creatures. The rumors were true, I take it. Did you find anything else amongst them? Or anyone else, possibly?
I don't believe so. Nothing significant to report. Just were rats.
I rolled a natural 7, so his insight sucks.
Good.
He kind of looks at you and he says, "Well, Port Savorsa thanks you. I know you and Quincy here had a deal. I believe it was you were to leave the city.
Correct.
That is fine. You're not forever banned, but
Just for the time being.
if you would just lay low for a week or two and it'll blow over, Quincy will find something else to complain or argue about, and you just see Quincy like he looks like he is getting pissed. Like he is getting mad that Venice is being so condescending about his position. But Venice is very much... Roll an insight check.
16.
Everybody? Or?
All of us?
Yeah, you all can.
Oh. 14.
12.
6.
So you don't get it, but everybody else does. Ebron doesn't feel it, but everyone else kind of feels like the questions that he was asking about, did you find something down there? He's asking about the book.
Right.
And that's really what he's concerned with. He's not super, like, he knew that it was were-rats. He knew that was the issue because he understands what book is missing and what is in there, but he doesn't want to let on to that. So with your insight, you guys kind of pull that he's not too worried about you. He's appreciative of what you've done, but he's also happy that Quincy made the deal so that he doesn't have to pay you anything.
Yeah.
Because the deal was that you would leave. So he just kind of smiles and nods, and he's like, our town thanks you.
Monetarily?
I don't believe that was the deal. I believe you were actually supposed to be banned, but I don't think that's necessary. Quincy here explained to me the situation, and it seems like things were maybe misunderstood and blown out of proportion. So I would say, lay low for a little bit, but if you want to come back, just don't break any more doors. That's all. Maybe don't cause any more ruckus. And we'll be good.
We will keep that in mind if we plan to return.
And this entire time, Agard is just staring into the eyes of Quincy. He understands there's peace between our groups now. He's not being threatening, but he's staring straight down on the little shit. and reveling in the fact that basically his boss is undoing what he said was going to happen with us.
So,
no outward joy,
right.
But he's, I'm emoting very well, I feel. Or he is.
So, roll a deception.
Roll to emote.
Well, just roll to
Deception.
see if because
I don't
you're
think it would be
trying to
deception.
you're trying to keep those him from seeing those emotions of your
Oh, no.
excitement.
No, I want, without outwardly
Visually
being,
showing.
I want him to feel.
Oh, you want him to feel it? Oh, then
Oh,
you don't
yeah.
even have to roll for it. He rolled a 17 for insight.
Yeah.
So he knows.
Agard is staring directly into Quincy's eyes, whether he's looking at him or not.
He's looking at you. Once he realizes your Agard is staring at him, he starts looking back.
At everything the mayor is saying, he's just basically conveying this just through his eyes directly at Quincy as much as possible. Whether he picks up on it or not, that's completely up to Quincy, but he's not letting anything go because he realized his emotions is what got them in the problem in the first place, and he's trying to be a little more introspective on that.
Mm-hmm.
But he also wants Quincy to know Agard thinks you're a little piece of shit. And Daddy is undoing everything you told us out on the playground.
So Quincy rolled a 17 for insight. So he is feeling every bit of it and understands kind of what you're trying to portray. I rolled an 18 for him to withhold his emotions, so he is able to kind of stifle his anger back, but you can tell that it is taking every ounce of effort to restrain himself. He wants to jump and put something to your throat and pull a knife out and threaten you, but he knows that with Venice here, that he is not in charge. He is not in control of the situation like he was previously. So you do feel like he's a little off-put by this. But you do also see something in Quincy that you guys hadn't seen before, which is if Venice is around, he is very docile. He will not step over what the mayor does, but you kind of get the feeling that when the mayor isn't around, that's where he gets that ego, that big head. I'm the voice of the mayor, and that's kind of what got you guys in the position that you were in. But the mayor does, he kind of, while speaking to you, notices it, and he kind of smirks and smiles and looks at you and just says, again, thank you for your service. Port Savorsa is very grateful. You guys, again, didn't find anything, which is unfortunate. I was hoping there may be some artifacts or something down there that led to this, but I guess not. I will have to do some more research. So, thank you for your service.
The sewers are safe for your men to now investigate if they would like.
Absolutely. And he looks at Quincy and just kind of motions to the sewer, and he turns and starts, walking back in, and you hear Quincy start yelling at people, and you see 3 or 4 go to the nearest sewer grate and kind of go down and start to head towards, head throughout the sewers. They don't really know where it is, so they're exploring, but...
Mr. Mayor, if I could ask one last thing.
Yes.
We will leave, and we will stay away for some time.
Okay.
And if we do return, we will act accordingly. I do, again, apologize for my actions. I'm not quite used to the urban setting.
Honestly, it's been a long time since I've seen somebody of your... I don't mean to be rude, but your race. I haven't seen a Furbolg in a very long time. The last one we saw was actually working as a deckhand on a ship, and he was very, very peaceful, very calm. So when I heard about this, it was very shocking to me. So,
would you allow us to spend one last night in the city, since it is getting close to the end of the day, and we do not have a place to go, another town we could reach by sundown?
Sure.
Finley is more than welcome to have us stay. We've already spoken to him.
Tell you what, and he kind of motions over to a guard and he says, have Finley put these for, how many rooms do you need?
Just the 3?
Yeah.
3 rooms? He says, you get 3 rooms for them as a thank you for what they've done in the sewers. Kind of looks around and he says, is that it? Does that seem fair for accommodating?
Yes.
And
Thank you.
seeing other people doing this before, Agard somewhat awkwardly holds out his hand to the mayor to shake his hand.
He reaches out and shakes Agard's hand. Says, again, thank you for your service. You absolutely can spend one more night here. Again, just lay low for a little while. Like I said, don't break any more doors, and I think everything will be okay. It was just a misunderstanding, that is all.
Thank you for your kindness.
Absolutely. And you see, as you guys turn to walk off, he doesn't go back into the SPA. He turns and heads towards where you guys have been told is the mayor's mansion and his quarters and that stuff in the city. So,
If we're staying another night, we might want to tell Ringed Flame that we won't be meeting her at the eastern gate.
We can still leave if you would like. I just wanted to make sure, if we wanted to, being as late in the day as it is, that we would be able to. But if you do want to leave tonight, we can. I am comfortable sleeping outside the city.
I think it would benefit us to stay in the city at least one more night, because we don't know what's out on the road going east, and being behind the city walls would probably be the safer thing. If y'all would like to go back to the tavern, I will go find Ring Flame and inform her of our decision and return.
I am fine with that.
Raga just nods.
right. So you guys turn from the SBA. The 3 of you head back to Finley's.
Is Quincy around at all now?
He yelled at them to go in the sewers and then stormed off into the SPA.
Okay.
Stirring up some shit, Agard.
I was waiting for you to wild shape into a were-rat.
I've already used my 2 wild shapes.
Oh, did we give them the were-rat that we had?
No.
Oh, okay.
I didn't think you guys had one, right?
I said we shouldn't take a were-rat into the city.
Oh, okay.
We
So
burned. I
didn't
think
take
we
it.
burned it at the.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you buried it.
Oh, that's right. We buried them. Yeah.
No, that's right.
Brone's going to hightail it away, because he knows that if Quincy sees him going off alone, Quincy's level 2.
I'm gonna stir up some shit.
Oh, you guys probably make an insight check with the entire conversation that just
son of a
happened
bitch.
with the mayor there.
Natural 20.
What in the
Christ.
hell?
Oh my god.
Stupid 15.
Okay, hold on. It was cocked and changed.
How many natural 20? Is that like 4 tonight?
13.
Digital dice.
Heaven.
13.
6.
Can't do that in combat.
So Ebron doesn't feel it, but everybody else, because it was 12 or higher, everybody else does. You feel like the reason Quincy was quiet is because Venice read him the riot act when he found out what happened and why he made such a big deal out of basically nothing, because he is trying to get Port Zavorsa to be more of a welcoming town, whereas that type of activity typically deters people from coming. So he was frustrated, which is why he was 100% fine with hanging him out to dry in front of everybody. He was not happy.
Okay.
Great.
So you feel like you could probably traverse the city alone without being messed with by the guards, especially now that people know that, and some of the guards have had confirmation and the word will spread that you guys were the ones that went in and cleared the sewers.
So before we separate, to make myself appear less threatening, I would like to hand my bow and my swords to Agard to take back to Finley's and just walk around with just the dagger on my hip.
Okay.
Because in Ebron's mind, the less weapons he has, the less likely he is to draw unwanted attention.
Okay. Yeah. So you're headed to the Wishbone.
Yes.
The other three of you are headed to Finley's, correct?
Agard's like, ooh.
Snap!
Hey, Greg's gonna kill someone on that shit.
Don't poke your eye out.
Agard breaks the string on the bow.
I find Quincy and I kill him with April's bow and arrow.
And then do you leave it at the scene?
Yeah.
Framed. Anyways.
And I sprinkle a little kitty litter on it.
Why kitty litter? Aww.
No,
Well, yeah.
of course, I'm kidding. I would never do that to my brother, Abram. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, we did.
We
Face is as red as his hair.
So
we killed the DM.
So you three go to Finley's. We'll pick up there in a minute because you guys will get there pretty quick.
What time is it? Is it nightfall? Like towards
close,
almost
No,
right?
it's
dusk?
it's around like 3,
Oh.
4-ish.
Oh, I thought
Yeah,
it
'cause
was
when-
closer to dinner time.
When
I
you
know. I'm
guys
over here
were-
like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm gonna go to bed.
When you guys were done with your errands and all that stuff, it was around 1:30ish.
Okay.
So when you went back and you ate, I kind of factored in about an hour for eating and drinking and talking to Finley and catching him up. Then you guys went and talked to the SPA, and that took about half an hour for that whole conversation. So you're looking at probably 2:30, 3 o'clock.
And also another reason that I thought we could stay is we don't know when the next time we're actually going to sleep in a comfortable bed. And yeah, we got a long rest, but it was a very uncomfortable rest.
And to be clear, that's 3:34 because you're going back to Finley's and he's going back to the Wishbone. So when he gets to the Wishbone, it's around 3:34.
Okay. Cool.
So when we get to Finley's, I'm just gonna say that I want to go take a bath in my room. Like, I'm just gonna.
Okay, do we want to
relax.
do Finley's first before
Well,
he
that's all
gets
I'm
to Ring
doing.
Flame?
What are you guys? Good.
I don't mind. We can do that real quick. You three get to Finley's. How do you guys enter?
I break the door.
Now
Shatter.
I break every door.
Now we're
Agard.
definitely getting kicked out.
I cast anti-door. There's
through the
normal,
door.
Yeah.
So you walk in.
It's just because I'm here, just in case you guys want to like throw me through the little door.
Yeah. 100%.
So you guys
a
open
football.
the big door and walk in. Finley had his back to the door, and he takes a second. And as you guys walk, all of you kind of enter and you start to walk in. He's turning around to greet, and he's like, "Hi, oh, hey guys, are you guys here to say bye or?" And it's at that point that the guard walks in behind you.
What?
He
I got you.
he was slow. He was doing his own thing. But he gets there and walks in and he's like, Finley, we need 3 rooms on Venice's tab for these folks. Finley's like, oh, sure, of course. No problem. He kind of nods and the guard just kind of walks out and he's like, so that conversation went better than we thought, huh?
They still want us gone for a little while after this, but we did secure that we could stay here tonight if that is okay with you.
Of course.
So a room each for my friends.
My friends, the heroes of Port Savorce are always welcome to stay here.
May I have one with a bath?
Of course. Does anybody else want a bath? We have 2 rooms with baths, so I don't mind.
Would I know that Ebron likes baths?
I don't know.
I don't know. No, it's a serious question. No, it's a serious question. I don't know.
Considering
actually,
we had
yeah,
one pail when
yes.
we got out of the sewer.
Yeah. One
yes,
pail?
Yes, it Brone
I mean,
would.
do you require bath?
I mean, later, sure.
Okay. Sure, we could have both rooms with bath.
Sure.
And
I'll tell you what. We'll give you. You guys only need 3 rooms?
yes.
Okay, well, I'll give you 3 rooms on the 3rd floor, 2 of them with the bathroom, or with a tub, and then the other one joining one of the other ones. That way you guys can all be close together. And he turns and he grabs 3 keys and he hands them to you. He's like, 3rd floor, all the way down the hall.
Right. So Agar goes upstairs, opens one of the doors, and lays with, I guess, whichever one, lays out your stuff on the bed, closes the door, locks it, and then gives the key to, I guess, whoever I'm seeing in the hallway.
Okay,
And
there.
Can you be sure to get this to Abram?
Yes. Mm-hmm. I can give it to him.
And if there's nothing else as of this evening or today, I'm going to head out of the city, and I'll see you tomorrow morning.
You'll be fine for dinner?
Oh, yes, I am fine.
Okay.
I'm not comfortable in a place like this.
I'm just going to take a bath and go to bed, so...
Rest would be good for all of us.
Yes.
Long journey ahead.
So you head out. Are you headed to the north gate or the east gate when you walk out? Because I know you're wanting to go to...
I can't remember which gate I usually... I think it was North Gate last
Gate.
time.
Mm-hmm.
North gate was where you guys were before
Camping.
you re-entered.
Mm-hmm. Is that where the campsite was?
That's where the cave was. Out the west gate is where the campsite was for Cormier.
Okay. I want to go out there first.
Okay.
But before I leave, I want to go back to Finley.
Okay.
And just tell them, please make sure my friends are comfortable tonight.
Of course.
And I will see you in the morning.
Here, hang on. And he turns and he kind of runs back there and he gets a small barrel and he fills it with ale and he turns and he says, "Here, take this with you."
Thank you very much.
And it's just a small ale. It's like 2 or 3 ales in it, and just like a small little corked barrel.
Understood. Right. And then I head out to the...
He's like, "Thanks. I'll see you soon, Agard."
See you tomorrow, my friend.
Brock is just gonna stay up for like the better portion of the night doing stuff with his elixirs and whatnot.
So you guys are upstairs now. I guess you have your own key for your room that doesn't have a bath, because I think Ibron had the one with a bath. Kadie has one with a bath. Is Kadie going straight to the bath, or are you letting Braca use it first? How do you guys want to do that?
Well, I mean, Brock is just too distracted with stuff and things.
Okay.
So he's just gonna stay in his room.
His stuff and things.
things.
Braca, can I give you the key for Ibron, just in case I'm still in the bath when he gets back?
Assuming Brock is in his room at this point, Brock will just messing with his stuff. He'll just just silently nod and just like open up his bag for you to drop it in.
Okay, thank you. And then I'll be in the other room. I would assume we would have the one that would be adjoining room. Well, he's at the one that, like, right next to it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I'll be in my room. If you need me, just let me know.
Brock just nods again.
And then I just go into my room and start getting ready for a bath.
Okay. So while all that's happening, Ibron, you get to the Wishbone. As you get there, you notice that Ringed Flame has a bag packed and is getting stuff ready. She was just about to leave. So you get there just in time. As she's getting ready to close and lock the door, she is like, got a bag on her shoulder, closing the door, kind of looks over her shoulder and sees you, and she goes, hi, Ibron, correct?
Yes.
Where's everyone else?
So we decided, since it's getting later in the day, to stay one more night, which we were granted by the mayor.
Oh,
and
that's great news.
And get a pre-dawn start, because we don't know what's on the road, and we figure a good full night's rest would benefit everyone.
Sounds like a great idea. I actually rolled a d6 to see how many healing potions you found, and I rolled a 5. So
Nice.
She holds a bag out to you, and she says, "I was actually able to round up a few more healing potions than I thought I had. There's actually 5 in here for you and your party, as well as, and she pulls this tube out and she says, this is a map of Manassas for your party.
You know, I just want to point out, I'm getting real sick and tired of her just handing stuff to everybody, assuming that they're going to share it with the group. Braca, I'm looking at you.
What do you mean?
Gosh.
I mean, that's a good point. Braca did just like pocket 100 gold.
Braca's wicked smart, but he has a really short attention span.
Oh my god.
Forgot about it.
And so
Hey,
we're going to
Braca.
be destitute without any money, and then it's going to be like, hey,
Oh.
Braca, what's that pouch on your...
Hey,
Oh,
Braca,
yeah.
Where's
Here's
my 25
1,000 gold. Where'd you get all that?
Wait, 1,000?
Well,
Wait, what?
It was
1,000?
100.
by the time you guys run out of gold and Braca
Oh.
remembers all the
Oh.
gold he's put in there.
And then he's going to forget it's magical, and then throw it in his bag of holding.
Oh my god.
And then we all die.
It's the dragon blood in me. I'm just making a horde. I don't even
shoot.
realize it.
So, so she hands it to you. She hands you the map and lets you know. She says, if you follow the path east out of here, you will hit a fork. I circled the 2 forks on the map. Left at the first one, right at the second one, and just hands you the map. So you do get the bag. It's got 5 healing potions, and she hands you the map.
Are you going to meet us at the gate in the morning, or are you leaving now?
It was my understanding that I was just meeting you to hand you this stuff. I have to stay with my shop.
That's understandable.
She kind of nods and unlocks the door that she was just locking and goes back in, but this time she does close the door behind her to the shop.
Not even a buy or anything, just... There's your sack.
Just there you go. Have a good time.
But I think we are in agreement. We stop by here tomorrow on our way out of town to ask for directions, right?
I'm pretty sure.
I'm
I
keeping
remember
the
it's-
map.
It's left.
Agard's
And I'm navigating.
Agard's about to die.
It's left first and then right. I'm pretty sure it's just left first, then right. Left at the first fork, right at the second.
So as Agard
Probably.
exits the gate, random lightning happens.
I'm resistant lightning.
Oh, okay.
What?
It's
Lightning?
made it. It's made it.
20 plus 70 plus 2. You take 92 lightning. No.
Awesome.
he absorbs it. You mean?
So you have it by 46.
My descendants all vaporize.
But no. So you have the bag of potions and the map. Headed back to Finley's. You get there. Finley kind of, as you walk in, Finley's like, oh, hey, Abrone, your party is on the 3rd floor. They've got keys to the rooms. Agard's out for the night, but he'll be back in the morning.
Thank you, Finley. Has anyone asked about the arrow?
Not yet, but it's only been there for about a half a day. So I'm sure with the dinner crowd tonight, there's going to be some questions. So I'm excited.
Well, you've got a heck of a story to tell.
Yes, I do. The heroes of Ports of Horsa.
And as a broom passes him, he just pats Finley on the shoulder and goes up to the 3rd floor.
Let me know if you need anything.
Will do. So Ebron's going to go up to the 3rd floor, and he knows is the door to Braca's room cracked open.
Nah, it's not.
So how do I know which door to knock on? Because I don't want to disturb.
You're gonna have to take a gamble.
I mean, just knock.
How many doors are there? Here we go.
Yeah.
There's 6 doors. Roll a d6. It's that.
We just might
It's
have
that
it.
poured tabaxi that I scared the hell out of that a couple days ago.
Oh no! Oh, that poor woman.
Door number 6.
Let's see.
I thought there was only 4 doors.
I was going to say, I wouldn't think there's 6 doors in that much. One's the broom closet.
So yes, so on the 3rd floor there are actually 4 doors. So roll a d4.
2.
2. So you actually do knock on the door that is Braca's.
Raga will stop and probably like kind of hop up to grab the doorknob and twist it and open it.
I'm back from seeing a ring flame.
Before you even say anything, I was gonna kind of, without looking at you, just hand you your key and then shut my door.
And as you close the door, I just murmur underneath my breath, "Brat."
Basically, open the door. You see the Leonin paws in front of you. You just hold the key up. As soon as he takes it, you close the door. And as it's closing, you hear, "Brat." Click as the door shuts.
Okay. Mama doesn't do anything. He's only 8, but he's mature.
So, yeah, he's mature.
Point.
So you get the key. You look at it. You can match the key up with the room. You unlock the door to your room. As you open it, there is another bath in there. And as you look at the bed, you can see your armor and swords have been laid out on there. And you close the door, and you can rest for the night. Is that what you guys want to do? You guys want to take a long rest here?
Yeah.
You want me to roll my thing now?
Sure, you can. You guys are
57. No.
oh, so you're fine.
And can I just go through what Agar does real quick?
Yeah, absolutely. So you guys all bed down, and Agard is out. Went out the west gate to head towards the camp.
So I get to the gate. I'm assuming there's guards there.
Yes.
So I give them the small keg of ale that Finley gave me.
Okay.
And
Oh, thank you. Wait.
it's from Finley's Fresh Sketch.
Oh, thank you.
Be sure to I don't know, fucking eat there. I don't know, whatever.
Visit.
Yeah,
Drink responsibly.
right. See you in the morning.
Okay. Are you gonna be back to morning?
I'll be back in the morning.
Okay. And you can see them kind of prepping the gates.
Mm-hmm.
It's not dark yet, but they're prepping the gates while they have light to get it ready so that they can just close it and
And
lock
that's
it
why
when they're ready.
he wanted to get out before they did all that, so
Yep.
it wouldn't be a pain getting out. 'Cause he's not going through the sewer again.
Right.
And then I just want to go to the campsite
Mhm.
and just make sure, basically, really make sure that we didn't leave anything behind. Like, we disposed of all the tent stuff and all. I just don't want them to be able to.
So you can remember the path to get there. It wasn't too far off the beaten path. Roll a nature check just to kind of track through there, because it would be pretty fresh. You were there within the last 24 hours.
That is a dirty 20.
Okay, you're able to navigate straight to the campsite. As you get there, go ahead and roll an investigation just to kind of scan around and look at the entire campsite and what was there and what's not.
It's just a 10.
So looking around, you feel like you guys have disposed of everything. You can see there's still bits of cloth that you guys had from the tent in the flame, or in the fire where you had put it. There's still bits of cloth from that in there, but it's mostly burnt. And the posts from the tent corners. Did you want to leave markers for where you had the graves, or are you just?
No.
Like, how did you want to do
I don't. I want it to look like a clearing. Like, I don't want to make it look like
Okay.
anyone's recently camped there. I want to make sure there's no were-rat bones in the fire.
I'm pretty sure whenever you dug them up, you did your
Yes.
druid craft to
Over the
make
graves,
yeah.
yes. But I'm talking about where the tent was.
Oh, I see. I'm sorry.
We did burn the were-rat body, but I don't know if we did anything with the actual remains.
I
We
think
just
I think
burned
you
stuff.
said you had put them in the
Oh,
graves
that's
Did we?
too.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
got
I'm
it.
sorry, I don't remember that. I just want to make sure.
Yep.
I just want to make sure there's nothing leading.
Yep, they were all buried. You know that the 4 wooden stakes that were used for the tent, they were about 4 feet high. They were a tent to kind of hold the center, and then there was one 6-foot one. You see those branches off to the side that you had put off, but other than that, it doesn't look like there's much that would make people suspect. This looks like maybe something that someone would camp on the way to the city if they got there at dusk or when the gates were already closed. This
Right.
just looks like kind of an area that somebody would camp waiting for the gates to open.
Okay. And then just indulge me for one more minute, guys. Sorry.
Fine.
I want to then, or Agar then wants to go to the opening of the sewer, basically the tunnel that we took.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to roll to find that?
Because you've been there within the last 24 hours, again, just roll a nature check and just don't fumble it, really.
14.
Yep, you're able to get to the sewer.
Okay.
Well, to the
and
entrance.
this isn't the sewer. This is just
Yeah,
like
you're able to get to the entrance of the sewer.
So I just want to, that tunnel, I want to cast Earth Tremor at the center of the tunnel, and basically to make it collapse on itself.
Okay. Yep.
What I'm doing is I'm trying to keep Quincy from any way of finding this area or anything else. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to make sure if he's looking into things now, his investigation stops, at the end of the city sewer.
Okay. Make an investigation check.
11.
So looking around, you don't see any footprints or things that would lead you to believe that they had found their way out of the city yet. Mm. You do feel like you collapsed the tunnel in time before they had gotten that far.
Okay. Cool. And then I'm going to go up in the similar area where I had slept, just outside that clearing. Then again, I'm figuring it's not that far.
Are you saying off the west gate or going to the north where you guys had been in that cave?
Well, say at the west.
Say at the west gate?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Just that little area where I had camped out on my own, just outside of the clearing, and just bed down there for the night.
So you get about 15, 20 yards outside of the clearing, and you bed down for the night just to kind of keep an eye on it, make sure the town guard doesn't pass through there. You're able to do that successfully. Cool. Yeah, you are all able to bed down and get a long rest. Thank you from all of us here at Cocked, a Real Play D&D podcast, for joining our players and the DM on this adventure. Once again, we are so grateful that we have listeners and supporters like you. If you haven't already, please head on over to Instagram and follow the show and our cast, as well as our friend and artist, Jose Adriano. The links are provided in the episode descriptions. As always, the Patreon link can also be located in the episode descriptions. A big thank you to our friend Zombie for joining our Patreon and getting exclusive access to the Patreon-only channel on Discord. Please tune in next week as the party sets out on the road and heads to Avorgos to investigate the mysterious disappearances in that region.